Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the garage. So I really want to start off this video by saying, giving a huge thank you to Dana, EF Static, and honestly thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. Ever since we drove down up north from SoCal to NorCal to San Jose, when Dana revealed that I ended up dropping off the Sedan and I never parted it out, the channel has grown tremendously. And I really want to just say again, you guys, thank you guys for tuning in, thank you guys for subscribing, and thank you guys for supporting, and especially with Dana, thank you for, you know, sharing the video and letting them know what type of person I am and that we're always going to be there to help serve the community. So since the last video, honestly guys, I honestly got really sick. It wasn't COVID, so don't worry about any of that. It was just the flu and honestly poor health decisions on my end. But ever since then, since we did arrive, you know, get back from NorCal, basically I've been just trying to figure out things on what's the next process of the all-wheel drive sedan. So I've reached out to a few companies and I'm in the talks with a few of them, and hopefully they do jump on board. We are a small channel still, so the chances of that is going to be pretty slim. But at the end of the day, if we don't take the risk, there will possibly never be a reward, right? So I've also just been on the internet scavenging to see what I can find for this car. So since we did get back, I did receive a few parts, and I ended up, as you guys seen in the last video, we did get the Wireworks harness, and everything's pretty much installed into the car, ran the way it's gonna be. Unfortunately, I am gonna have to make new brake lines for the whole front end of the car because they got tweaked, and it's just something I'm not digging anymore. At first I was digging the brake tuck, but at the end of the day, it got tweaked out of place, and honestly I didn't want to have messed up bends, tweaked bends or any of that stuff. So I'm just gonna end up redoing it. It's gonna cost me a few bucks, and I'll probably make it a little bit better than what it was before. But at the end of the day, you know, parts did arrive. We did get the Wireworks again, you know, fully installed. We also received another package. I already opened it up. So it was actually the conversion harness from Wireworks. I needed this to be able to run into the ECU because this is what's gonna trigger for the headlights and pretty much everything else in the car. So this is the other part of the conversion harness that I didn't order, and I ordered it at the end. And again, huge shout out to Xavier Wireworks. He came through clutch and got me my harness within the next 2 days. So, and we also ended up getting a idle assist delete plug from K-Tuned. So that's for the intake manifold for the top of it, as we're not going to have the original idle assist on it anymore on the car because we're not going to need it at the end of the day. And then also we ended up ordering new transitions and new intercooler piping. So what we're going to be going with is a 2.5 inch to 2 inch for the turbo outlet, and then also a 3 to a 2.5 inch to the intercooler piping from the throttle body, because the intercooler is a 2.5 inch opening, and unfortunately we are going to have to run a 2.5 inch diameter intercooler piping, because that's what was suggested to me by a good friend of mine, Brandon. We have shit up. He's the one that actually told me to get it from this company. And the mergers that I had recently got from the last video, I believe I showed it, they just don't flow. And something he pointed out to me, and I didn't even pay attention to all that. I figured it would flow, and it honestly doesn't. It's like more set up for like a water outlet and yeah, basically thermostat housings and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and get that box, and I'll show you guys what we got in the mail. So where I ended up grabbing my parts from was actually from Ace Race Parts, and they actually had good deals on the intercooler piping and the transitions. So I did get a, I believe it's a 45 if I'm not mistaken. believe it is a 45. So it's actually a 45, and then I ended up getting a 60-degree to be able to do the intercooler piping on it. It is manual bed, of course, you know, polish finish. And then I ended up getting 2 straights for the intercooler piping. I'm still waiting on the blow-off valve to arrive. I did order that through, of course, my homie again, and we got that coming in soon. I also ended up ordering, as I stated, you know, let's see if we can get it out. I don't know why it's taking so long to open this stuff, but let me fix the camera. So either way, we did end up getting this transition, and this is what was recommended for me to get, because this is what's going to help me get my smooth weld, from what Brandon tells me, to get it fully done. So this will simply be welded onto this is for the throttle body, and this will come off the throttle body straight down, and we can easily get the diameter that we need, or basically the angle that we need. So we might do some ply cuts. I was going to do it at titanium, but in honesty, that shit's expensive. So I just decided to do it this way. So right now it's already nighttime. There isn't really much I can do, as I just got out from school and work. So pretty much I think what we're going to do is just pick up on it tomorrow and see how we can do it. So this is the throttle body one, which goes from 3 to a 2.5 inch. And then this one goes from a 2 to a 2.5 inch. So you can tell they both meet up if they were to be jointed together. So this is what I have to run from, unfortunately, the turbo housing and also the throttle body. So hopefully we can get started on this soon. As some of you guys know, I am going to school for welding. That is basically because I really want to try to fabricate this stuff on my own. But when it comes down to aluminum, I don't have much experience even at school. And that's something that I'm still learning. I'm still learning the stainless steel butt joints and everything else, and the T-joints to the lat joints. So I'm still learning all that. I think I'm getting pretty good at stainless steel. So now I'm going to be practicing the aluminum. So hopefully here in the next couple of days, or even possibly the next week or so, we can start doing some progress onto the intercooler piping also. What's up, guys? So pretty much it's a new day today, and honestly I got home from school just not too long ago, and I came home to a surprise. Finally my welder arrived from Eastwood. I did end up ordering a MIG welder. It's a 180, so that I can have it here at home, so that way I can start fabricating my own stuff, because I really want to try to do all that stuff. But we did get the box today, and pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it right now and show you guys which one it is. The reason why I went with Eastwood is because I kind of wanted it to match my TIG welder, because honestly I just would rather have it the same. So I do have the TIG welder from Eastwood, and now I have the MIG welder. I still need to find a tank, because this one will need the 75-25 mix, as compared to that one. I can't use that one with this because this is nothing but argon gas. So let me go ahead and unbox that and show you guys what this welder looks like. And honestly, I got it on a deal. It wasn't really expensive, so I figured I had to jump on it. And this can be ran on, I believe it's 240 or 120, so it does give you the adapter also with it, so you can run it on 120 at lower setting. And then I do have the new connection also for my TIG welder for the bigger one, so it'll plug in very easily to my setup. Because as you guys can see, the original plug is 240. But yeah, this one does have the full-on, you know, gauge with it also. Put that aside so we don't break it. Pretty much this is the welder. It is a 180. Like I said, you can work it on 240 or 120. So at the end of the day, it's gonna work for me, especially here in the garage, and even when it's time to open up my own little shop, because at the end of the day, that is the goal. But yeah, now we have this. Now I just gotta search for a tank, or go get a tank from a welding supply place and get some MIG wire and we can get started on fabricating stuff, or at least trying, you know what I mean? But let me go ahead and put all this stuff away, and we're pretty sure we're gonna end up pretty much getting started on putting on the trunk for the car. I want to get this installed on the car along with the seats. But first, let me go and clean the mess that we have in the garage real quick off camera, and then we'll pick up on it, swapping out the interior and the rear trunk. Alright guys, so pretty much this is only going to take like 4 bolts of the 10mm. We got to pull this loom wiring harness out of the inside of the shell, for the trunk part. We also got to remove the cable for the trunk release. So that's going to be another thing we got to do, take that off, see if we can take it off complete without breaking anything. These are going to stay. It's just basically pulling them out from underneath here and pulling the plugs and the clips out of here so that we can get it transferred on to this trunk. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse, go ahead and get that removed, and then go get the new trunk put on. We're also going to be swapping out the corner lights. These are the USDM ones, which is red and orange, and I just don't really like that color. You know, I really don't like that mixture of it, so we're going to swap it out. And the good thing about it is that if I ever want to run the USDM trunk again, these are 50-50 in the center, and as you can see there, those are 50-50 on the corner, so it'll give me the 50-50 either way, USDM, all original access, or Honda parts, the inside and the outside ones. So let's just go ahead and get this swapped and show you guys what it looks like after.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go, go.
Alright guys, so pretty much we got the whole harness out already. I ended up swapping out the locks from the top of the trunk because I need to put my original one on so that I can be able to open it. I also had to take off the license plate and then the little lights down here to be able to get to the other connections that were holding it in. The next portion is now we're going to pull these out, see if we can take this off so that way we can pull out the whole harness again, or this trunk latch, and we can pull this piece out so that we can pretty much put it on to this one and reconnect it when it's time to, once we get the trunk fully mounted. So let's go ahead and pick up and just go ahead and get that done too. Alright guys, so pretty much the trunk is off now. Now it's time to go ahead and get everything, reverse the process of putting this back on now. So let's get this put on so that way we can start changing out the headlights. So let me go ahead and put that part on a time lapse and get everything connected again, so that we can have the trunk fully assembled and done, and then that way we can move in to the interior and try to get these seats put into the car, and just that way we can overall get a look for this video of what the car interior is going to look like. I'm not Alright guys, so it looks like we have a small issue. Something I did not realize or didn't even expect. But here are the original ones for the license plate lamps. These are the original ones. So this one takes more of a side-by-side under and on top plug. I'm not sure if you can see that in the camera. And then on this one, it actually takes one horizontal and one vertical. So these two are actually two horizontal plugs, and then the ones that come for the trunk are actually vertical and horizontal. So I'm gonna have to look for a clip or new clips. I'm pretty sure they can sell them at the junkyard. I can pull them from the junkyard for like the turn signals and stuff like that. From like the older CRX chassis, those actually have their horizontal and the vertical, if I'm not mistaken. But we're gonna go ahead and leave that for another day. The trunk is on. Now we're gonna go ahead and swap out the tail lights now to the half and halves, and then pretty much see how it's all fitting. I'm gonna finish putting the license plates on. I'm just gonna put the lights up back on right now, and then that way at least I'll have in my mind that I need to switch those plugs out to the horizontal and the vertical plugs, so that way we can get those connected back onto the car. I'm really stoked to be able to get these seats in this car. I really can't wait to see what this car is going to look like from the interior standpoint with these seats in it. And I'm really hoping that I can make a deal with the gentleman in Poland. He sourced some for me and from another person that is in Poland, and I'm going to go ahead and see if we can work a deal, because I would really love to have all the interior as I stated before, and then just originally just run one bucket seat. So let's go ahead and get these rear seats mounted in the inside. And unfortunately, you know, when we do put them in, the only thing that's going to remain gray still is the side bolsters. That's not a big deal right now, because I'm still going to see if I can work that package out with the other guy, and that will include those bolsters for the back seats. So let's just go ahead and get these seats swapped out to these ones down here. Alright guys, so I ended up pulling out the top portion of the seats, and we did run into a problem. It's like, I wish my welder was ready to go, but unfortunately there's some stuff that I need to get still to be able to get that welder completed. Because what has to happen now is that on the factory USDM seats, this has this slider and this bracket here. So what I need to do is either take it off, cut it off, and re-weld it on to this portion of the seats. Because this one actually has like a bar that you can slide in both ways, and that's what it looks like it needs. So I'm either gonna have to guinea rig something real quick to be able to slide in to here. That way it'll lock both seats inside in place. So that's something I gotta think about what I'm gonna do now, because I can't really have that. Can't have the rear seats just thrown in there, but that's what we may have to do until I can either get those seats figured out. I'm gonna go ahead and continue taking off the bottom portion so we can get the bottom portion in when it's time right now. So hopefully I can figure something out real quick for a quick solution, so we can at least get that inside of that spot. All right guys, so rear seats are in. I managed to pretty much figure something out for that spot. All I need to do is just slide a bar inside. I epoxied it for now, because what happens is that on this side of on both the rear bolsters, they has a hole in it, so we can slide either a pin or a screw inside of it, which in this case it needed to be like a kind of like a spacer or something like that. So what I ended up doing is I just found a bolt that was long enough. I cut it real quick. I didn't record all of it because I just really wanted to get the seats inside. As you can tell, they are inside, they are in, and I'm really loving the way these seats are fitting this car, with the exception of the bolsters, of course. But at the end of the day, you know, the interior is coming along, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can start making some moves. And I think this is gonna flow absolutely gorgeous inside. Sorry to use that word, but I think this is really gonna flow, and it's gonna really look dope once it's finished. I still need, like I said, I need to get those bolsters either redone or pick up the bolsters with the set if I can work out the deal with the guy in Poland. So I think pretty much this is gonna wrap up the video for now. I really don't want to drag the video out any much more longer. I want to be able to get you guys another video out there, but let me know what you guys think of the progress so far. I gotta say, I'm absolutely loving it. I still gotta fix this whole license plate, because these are EDM license plate holes that I need to do. So I need to get those conversion brackets that they do sell for the US to either JDM or the EDM license plates. But I'm really digging the car now. I think car's coming along really great. Let me know what you guys think in the video. Are you guys digging it? I want to hear you guys' opinions, and just honestly let me know your guys' true thoughts about it. Should I have kept the original trunk, or do you guys think the Domani trunk will fit it once the Mugen wing is on? But again guys, I think this is where we're going to end the video. So please like, subscribe, and share the video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Till next time.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.